Well, hey guys, welcome back to Sip, Savor, and Celebrate. I'm Chris.
And I'm Devin.
And I'm Santiago, also known as Tequila Head Owner.
We haven't had this guy on for a while, but welcome back. It's always fun. And you said, hey, I'm loving your blind, so let's do a blind together, but I want your honest proof. If you think it's shit, tell me it's shit.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do it. We're going to do that. Welcome back again.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We are using our little neat glass to our sponsor, the neat glass. This happens to be the Elegant. The Elegant is the one with the stem. We have the competition without a foot, and the one with the foot is the Elite. You can go to theneatglass.com, get 15% off of your glassware, not the travel kit. I love the travel kit, but and use our promo code
SSCNEAT, all capital letters. Bear with them. They are going through a site upgrade, so it might come up unavailable. But that's where you can head over to Amazon.
That's
Prime them to you. They're like $10 or $14.
They're really inexpensive.
It's a great deal. And if you search the Neat Glass all across the internet, you'll see that they're sold out. So Amazon or the Neat Glass is where you get it. Check them out.
All right. So first we're going to get into this one.
Yeah, just real quick, the whole purpose of bringing the bottles here is I wanted to, find something that Chris didn't have. And because I have some, pretty good, a solid lineup that I have at the house. So I wanted them to just have a blind nose and tasting of what it was and then reveal it later because I think it's kind of nice to, have a nice little blind. And
Right. I do like it because then we're going in, we don't know what it is. We're not going on the ancestry of the way that they make tequila because we don't know who made this.
Right.
We don't know if it's clean, if it's additives or additive-free.
And one of the hardest things is finding something that Chris doesn't have. That's the most difficult. I hope you guys haven't tried this before, but if you have, well, we'll soon find out.
We will, and that's okay with me.
So what are you getting on the nose?
So first of all,
What are you getting?
Go for it, Devin. Rip them up.
Please.
This one hurts my brain.
So I'm getting cologne.
Okay, not even close.
Well, I
get
have
cologne.
a cologne on, so hopefully that's
So I'm going with fresh fruit, Flintstone vitamins.
Flintstone vitamins
Yeah.
again. That was 2 days ago.
I got yesterday.
There's some French oak going on.
I definitely get the oak barrel, but there's a cologne. It's very, very
floral, sweet.
I'm not going the floral side, but more the spice.
Citrus.
Want to get into the tasting?
Yes. Salud.
Sorry, I kind of poured a little bit too much.
No, it's okay. You still have to get your palate ready. We took that step already because we were just...
This does taste like something I've had before.
A lot of flavor to this. A lot. I know what it is. They don't yet, but
So
yeah.
we'll don't give us hints yet. We don't want the hints yet.
I can get some cologne that you mentioned though. Even though I have it on, it does have a beautiful sweet nose, and the taste I think is
Do you? So I get
pretty nice.
So at the first of the palate, I get some sweet barrel notes, but to me, at the moment, it's giving me bitterness at the aftertaste. There's a bitter aftertaste to it at the end. Not that that's bad or good or different, but
Judging from the looks of it, what do you? What does it look like? Because it's obviously aged. So what do you think? Maybe a Repo, Anejo?
I'm thinking this is an Anejo.
Either an Anejo or an XA.
Okay.
So I'm not.
It's unique because it on first sip of it, mind you, palates are already good. Alcohol, has been provided for that. It's very watery and disappears really quick. On the second sip, it comes back and the cinnamons sit there and mellow. But I still lose the agave. It's not really front and center, so that is what leads me to kind of the longer age XA, is because typically your agaves disappear during that. It's also not very seasoning bound. Like there's not a lot of pepper. There's not a lot of differentiation to bring that palate around. It's literally kind of barrel, water, cinnamon, done.
I am getting some bitterness in the back end.
Yeah,
I will
it's
say
the
that.
aftertaste is the bitterness
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
However, it does start out nice. It is quick. I'll give you that. But when it's gone, the only thing that's left is that
It's
bitter
quicker than your
barrel.
12-year-old son masturbating.
Oh my god, that's horrible. I don't have a 12-year-old son, and that's gross.
Well, for all you that have walked in on him, I'm sorry. You know how it is.
That's gross.
I think we should do a reveal. How
Yes,
about that?
let's get
Let's
into
see
a
what
reveal.
we're talking about.
All right.
Well,
so,
wait. Before you reveal, would you buy this? If this was at the bar, I would drink it. I'm still not sure if I would buy it. It's good. I think I would have to revisit this one later because it's not like, oh my god, this is not a home run. But it's good. It's not excellent. It's not horrifying. To me, I think it's good. And I would drink it at the bar, but...
I guess, what's the price tag?
That's a good
We're
point.
going to have to determine that when we reveal.
You think?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
But the price does
I'm getting
play
a
into
good-
whether you would buy it.
Well, so here's
Based on the palate, I would buy it if it was
How-
at
how
the
about-
bar, but-
what it was. About 160. Yeah,
160.
that's what it retailed for at one time. Yes. So
I
Okay.
think
Ready?
160 you're slightly overpriced as
Yeah.
Okay.
to the length of that it's lasting on the palate and then the flavors that are coming out.
All right. Let's go for
What
the
do you
reveal.
this is your Pasote.
Pasote. It
Yes.
doesn't taste like any
This
of
is
the other
your
ones. The extra
Extra Anejo
Anejo.
from 1579.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is Felipe Camarena.
I do
this
love
is-
the rest of the lineup. This
Yeah.
one I need time. I'm gonna
Yeah.
need time with it.
This is the this is
So you're leaving,
one,
it, right?
1,000 bottles right here made
Okay.
only. You have this
That
is the
is
Felipe
really-
Stein right there on
Yep.
top.
Yeah, that is really
Yep.
flipping
And
cool.
then we're talking about like one of the gods. This is like a Mayan god up in
Mhm.
front. But yeah, I don't know the exact notes and barrel notes on everything, but I know it's a 90 proof.
Okay.
I do have the box in there, but yeah, this is what one of the first of the three that I brought up.
Let's take a look how it's made and everything. Well, we know pretty much it's made. It is additive free. Let me see how you spell that again.
Pasote.
And it is over at 1579.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I love 1579. This is the XA. So on TMM, the panel gives it a 90. The community 88. They are using tequila from the Los Altos, so it's up there. It is a 90 proof, so it is a high proof XA, which is not too prevalent right now. They're getting there though. They use stainless steel tanks to ferment it without the fibers, copper pot stills. They age and then use bourbon barrels, and that might be what that is on the spices and stuff is coming from that bourbon. They use a Tahona to crush it, which actually it's the Frankenstein that they
The
use.
Felipe Stein.
The Felipe Stein, that's
Yes.
right. They cook it in stone brick ovens. They use a mixture of rainwater and natural spring
I
water
think it's
when they make that.
60% natural rainwater and well water, I believe, 40%. 60-40. I know there's a percentage of 60-40 on it. I could be wrong on either or, but
It's, like I said, it's good, but I need some time to get back with it because at the first taste, it's just good.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
It has a beautiful nose. The taste, it does linger for me. It has a lingering kind of palate to it. Luckily, I got really lucky and I found 8 of these in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. You lucked out because
Yeah.
they're almost non-existent.
Yes.
Those are almost non-existent.
They're down
That's
in the
really good.
south somewhere.
Okay.
You can find them still, but if you do, and you mentioned with the price on this, the price is exactly probably what you're willing to pay for it
Yeah.
at this time. If you find it for 160, which it was. I ended up finding them for I think 179. Or wait, I think
I would
170.
pay $179 for that.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
because it's an XA.
48 months.
The time that it takes to make an extra añejo, you're sitting on product. You're letting it just accrue time that you're not making money on it.
Right.
But we also have to talk about how watery and how non-existent that flavor is. So
I wouldn't say that it's non-existent. I'm saying it's just not as complex as some of our other XAs. The extent of this one is still cinnamon, cologne, barrel spices. I'm not getting the agave though, so that does disappoint me a slight bit. But then again, if you're getting into the XAs, a lot of that always gets taken over by the barrel.
Yes, barrel influence does take over.
The time in the barrel is what, once you wash it down and the flavors of the tequila are gone, the barrel notes are what's giving me the aftertaste, the bitterness at the end.
Almost
but it's
non-existent.
it's not the worst bitterness in your world. There's always a good balance of being start to sweet and ending in savory.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying about it.
Well,
still at the moment it's good.
We'll throw this over to you guys. Are you Team Chris if you have this, or Team Devin?
What about Santiago?
Well, I have it. I have.
Yeah, he's already got it, so he already owns it.
Are you a huge fan of this one?
Yes, and not only the fact that I just like it. It doesn't exist, and I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but it's not being made anymore. It's a unicorn bottle, and this is a 2019 bottle right here.
Very much.
So you can imagine
bottle.
10 years down the line, it'll definitely be something.
It's still a head turner.
But if you kind of take your night a little bit further, you've poured this, you're out with friends, now you light a cigar. That cigar is going to blow that out of the water and not complement anything to it. No, that cigar is going to be the star of the show now. Well, versus the enjoyment of sipping.
And I think too, we are in the heat of the summer. So we're in the wrong time of having XAs. I remember I had an XA Alchemia in the deep, dark winter. It was amazing. Then I opened it up somewhere around this time. It just didn't hit as good. So for me, I truly believe XAs play a part of
the time of year.
Yeah. Just like a cologne would, your daytime, beautiful outside, ocean kind of lemon cologne compared to a dark cinnamon, whatever, cologne.
Well, speaking of that Alchemia that you brought us, that 14-year, just won again. It again won this year's Agavos Awards, not the World Tequila Awards, but it won the Agavos Awards for the best extra añejo. So that just came out,
stuff.
And it is really good. I have the regular line. I don't have that 14. I just got to pull, and it's a reasonable price over at Old Town. Got
a 14-year,
$240.
Yep, $249, $250. That is 100 proof.
Really good. Yeah,
it's very good, but it's very dark, and I think it's perfect for the winter. This can be, I think, probably all year round, but I usually like my tequilas in the winter.
Well, thanks again for bringing it to us. We got a couple more, so stay tuned for the next couple. But until then, always remember to sip,
savor,
and celebrate. Salud.